It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers under the lights on Monday night.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
And when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that's called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous. And it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers led out by their quarterback, Russell Wilson. Still strange to not see him in a Seattle uniform where he was for a decade, couple of years with the Broncos. And now Greg, the 9-time Pro Bowler, year 1 in Pittsburgh.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That's pulled in. Najee Harris.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Wallace now on the return. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Ravens led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Lamar Jackson, already season 7. Greg, he's won a couple of MVPs, and he's as talented as we see in the league.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
A first down throw for Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of, That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it's going to bring up a third down. From the gun, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
Try to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
Here's Austin to return. Steelers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. We'll try to run for it with Harris. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Here's Corliss Waitman now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Taken at the 19. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Ravens offense ready for their 2nd possession. They were 3 and out first time around. They'll begin anew here in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now the Ravens' big-ticket free agent acquisition. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll work this past 25 to the 26-yard line. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play. Second down and 8. In motion comes Andrews. On play action, here's Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Baltimore.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
1st and 10. On the ground, here's Henry. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Again, it's Jackson. There's the veteran tight end, Andrews.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll motion over Flowers. Off the play fake, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try and run for this with Henry. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Patterson now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense about ready to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 2. Give up the middle to Harris. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Now a handoff to the tight end in the running game. And this is going to work out. He's got it. The 1st down at the 38-yard line. Here's Harris. Finding room across midfield. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
A give, and here comes Harris. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
They'll run with Harris. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Steelers move out to a 7-3 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Tylan Wallace now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. Trailed by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. It's the tight end likely in motion. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Third and long for Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Jordan Stout now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers' offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. And it might very well lean on him the next 3 quarters, too. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Harris. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Michael Pierce there to meet him. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Now Russ. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They run with Warren. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Wilson to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Now Wilson on first down. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Going for it all. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On the handoff, running left is Henry. And he'll be taken down at about the 28, but move the chains. That's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. Second down, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Bateman is the motion man. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Peyton Wilson, that time, in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Slot receiver, headed right. Now it's Jackson. He'll find Aguilar, complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
On third down, here's a run by Henry. Heading outside, going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. They're going to mark him short, and it is going to be fourth down.
The key to this play, Mike, was defensively their ability to stretch this ball and make him go laterally. Anytime you could force the ball carrier to go sideways on third and short, it gives your defenders time to rally, make the tackle for no gain, brings up fourth down.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Into the hands of Pickens. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
We'll come to the line now on second and 2. Bateman is the motion man. Play action now. Jackson. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard as he steps out of bounds.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Third and short, Jackson. Open man, left side, he's got it. It's a gain of 10 yards. pass. Good for a Raven first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Bateman is the motion man. Jackson up top again. Aguilar able to make the catch. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
They'll run it with Henry. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Taking on defenders, plowing forward. A pickup of 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Bateman is the motion man. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. It's the tight end Likely in motion. 1st and goal, and it's Henry. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Second and goal. Here's Jackson. He runs, and he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him. And in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens are on top. It's now 10-7. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Patterson now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Wilson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Back out is the reigning MVP of the league, Lamar Jackson, and the rest of this Baltimore offense. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Jackson now. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle, gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
3rd and long for Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Russ. This one is complete. It's Pickens. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. 13 yards on the catch there. That's a Steeler 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing again, Wilson. He'll go right back to Freiermuth. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Here comes the jet sweep. 19 more on that one, and another 1st down.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big game.
On the handoff, it's Harris. He'll be stopped just a short gain, down to the 30. Now it's Wilson. That's caught. Right side, it's Freiermuth.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Here's 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
2nd and a yard. Wilson will throw again. And he'll take it on in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Steelers. Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Steelers are on top. It's 14-10. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll start out first down and 10. It's the tight end likely in motion. Jackson now to throw on first down. Taking off. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. In motion comes Andrews. A first down throw for Jackson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Try again. It's second and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Aguilar complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Here's first and 10. Jackson looking to throw. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he will go all the way. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. Using the tight end to get to the end zone. Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry, what an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Point after now from Tucker. His kick is good. And the Ravens move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Patterson now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll do so with first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now Wilson on second down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Ravens are in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number two kicks off. This returnable for Wallace. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. First and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. There to make the stop, the All-Pro T.J. Watt. They'll motion over Flowers. Off the play fake. Jackson. Aguilar able to make the catch. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
On first and 10, Jackson. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent. But here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off there with their first sack of the day.
In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now on second down. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That is caught! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. And he's into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown, Baltimore.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Ravens go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Patterson now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Michael Pierce there to meet him.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On 1st down, right back to Harris. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the 2nd half, The opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Third down and 9. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it up. He works free, right side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Ravens. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike. And that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum build.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Steelers 14.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He's got Fryermuth open on the left side. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Now it's Wilson. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. It's 2nd down. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down. Jackson. A throw. Left side. Caught by Andrews. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 3rd down, Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
When you can generate interior pressure and move that pocket into the lap of the quarterback, man, it is hard for these quarterbacks to escape. They want to be able to step up in the pocket, step into their throw. Instead, he's retreating, and he takes the big sack.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This one from just under 50 yards. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll give it to Harris again. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Mike Williams, the one he was looking for, and it's going to be third down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that.
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
Now Wilson. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Third and long. It's Wilson. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Now on fourth down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make a habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Justice Hill to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
From the gun, Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
Steelers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. On the give, it's Harris. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Here's a handoff to Warren. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Looking for room out on the edge. He's not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Mike, I can tell you firsthand, when you take the field on your opponent's side of the 50, there's a lot of optimism and hope that this is going to be a touchdown scoring drive. So nice job here by the defense, holding strong and defending this short field.
The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Jackson. This is caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. No gain to show for it.
Now, that was a nice looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but after all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. we've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll get about 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Henry. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Jackson now. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. On play action, here's Jackson. He'll check this down to the running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's 2nd and 6. Aguilar goes off in motion. They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
They'll motion over Flowers. Henry tries to bull his way in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Steelers 17.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense getting set to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Wilson lines up in the pistol. He's going to tuck it and go. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Now Wilson on first down. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
On second down, Wilson. He keeps it himself. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, he creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Now Wilson on second down. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they...
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That's quickly to Fryermuth on the RPO. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. On the ground, this is Harris. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Henry. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Going to go right back to Henry. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. It is 3rd and 10. Play action now. Jackson. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Ravens sending the punt team out there as he's standing right around his own goal line. This is taken at the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Steelers offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now Russ. A pass taken in by Harris. He's close to a 1st down. To gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the gun, it's Wilson. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
A run with Harris. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Jackson gonna keep it himself. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Lamar gonna work from the pistol. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Lamar gonna hang on to it. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
2nd down, Jackson. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Extra point try now for Tucker. He knocks it through. And the Ravens stretch things out even further.
48, Steelers 17.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He's got his man. It's Pickens. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
It's into the hands of Pickens once again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Wilson will throw again. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 2nd down, a run with Harris.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Harris. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. They drop this down to Warren. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's in. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good, and the Steelers are able to edge a bit closer. So time here for the onside kick just in front of the 2-minute warning. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Back out is the reigning MVP of the league, Lamar Jackson, and the rest of this Baltimore offense. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. On the give, here's Henry. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Design run here with Jackson. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This officially a 58-yard attempt. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
George Pickens and the Steelers offense heading back onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. They go play action with Wilson. He finds Austin with the grab. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now Wilson on first down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's Wilson. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
Here's 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. Catch is made. That is Williams. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here we go. One final play. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Wilson has everyone set as they will go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing now from the gun. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
I actually don't love these plays, Mike, just throwing it up to the back corner on 2-point tries. But when you have the confidence that your guy can go up and come down with it, and you can execute it at this level, it certainly worked out this time.
Just 1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.